Odemana nabatunu tata noche baletoka nke good morning Anambra tata bụ Wednesday kekunume dalono afambo Ijoma Uche afambo Obinna Odema tata I signify Babo South East Development Commission pathway to the region for economic development otegaya no ba maka South East Development Commission tata ka itinye ọnụ ka ịmalụ ka o si wee gbasain ulu anyị nwakwa ike ilitekwa na ya mana anyị enwego ndị ga-ekwu ya na ọ bụrụ mụ na Obinna ga-ekwu ya taa ịkpọta ndị ga-enebanye anya na ya ọfụma wee gwa anyị what we stand to gain. Okay, onye nke mbụ bụ Chief Damian Okeke Ogene. Chief Damian Okeke Ogene bụ the National Vice President Ọhaneze Ndị Igbo worldwide. And I na we are isi dikili di oi haji we malia I na nabata gị n'oche mkparịta ụka nke taa
ụmụnne m ndị Anambra ọ ga-adịrị anyị mma tata n'echi
ọ dị mma daalụ onye nke ọzọ bụrụ Simon Nwafọ Ezofoma Espa is a public affairs analyst ọkwa nwetara afa gị aka
nwetara ya taa gbambo jidesie ya ike ndị Anambra ekene m nọ ndị na-afụ anyị ebe dị iche iche biko gee na anyị ntị
ọ dị mma gee na anyị ntị tata bụ Wednesday don't be surprised we are talking this way on Wednesday we try to bring it down ka ndị be anyị ka anyị wee ịghọtago wee bukọta onye ọbụla soro n'ife a na-eme ịghọtago daalụ kịta ka anyị bido tinyebe okwu n'ọnụ kedu ife bụ the South East ama m na anyị nwere North East nwee nke nwanụ wee bulatazi ya South East and it didn't just start now. I think it was the last president Muhammad Buhari that signed it into law. So kedu ife ọ bụ?
Definitely it's not Muhammad Buhari. This issue of South East Development Commission the name 3 hours go on declare 1970. 3 hours restructuring, rehabilitation, and the reconciliation. Rehabilitation will be the cooperative development corporation banning. But you see, 50 years after the war, nothing has been done. Because he build the chair up, we beat agitations, MASOB, IPOB, and others. Let's rest in Southeast. But you can now see the Ohanese under Willoughby organize Southeast and the South-South Summit on restructuring of Nigeria. In that summit, all these things came in. Restructuring came in. Inside restructuring, even the emis that will come in. We stop talking about marginalization. Also, marginalization, obviously, when it comes to restructuring and other things that follows, we will now find out only people, both in the north, both in the south, both in the west, they marginalize. Some of them even more than us. But as in Ewajoya, they better endorse here. So,
Ewajoya better endorse Zoifaneli because now I'm if what do you call this development commission. It's not Mbaga Bike Watalia under the 3 hours.
As of go on.
Now, mana if South East Development, Development Commission I bid or not.
If I only want to even be the no even in bidor agitation here. Na Emery never supposed him that never supposed to leave
okay.
So this is the thing. That's why we started talking about marginalization. See now marginalization for Nandega support for they suppress. For the Niger Delta, they suppress. Then I change the pin or some restructuring. So it now started coming up. But luckily enough, it has never taken off, whether you like it or not, to my own understanding. But for the mere fact, under Tinubu, that is signed into law, that Nage Southeast Development Corporation, that is one step. Mana, I want to have a live I need to put na machines. Oh, na, again. We have been talking about coordination between the Southeast governors on Southeast development. Also, summit and everything. Because like we tell them, the governors of Southeast, even as at now, you can atom because they meet, as we discuss with them, every month, every 3 months. Tensions need now down. Because I've got one federal government are ready for Southeast Development Corporation. Can we Southeast go why all the East Central states? Like 5 states does not make us 5 countries. We worked under one state, East Central states. Then now, Guinea mena una man no kono sina budget with a map out. I created Southeast Development Guinea program, which Soludo is the chairman. This governor, Professor Soludo, is the chairman. Now, agenda assign.
How functional is that one?
No, I'm coming. Agenda assign. At least take a railway from here to Owerri to Aba to Umuahia to Okigwe to Enugu, Abakaliki, and Nsukka, and Awka, Onitsha. This motor road, you won't see them. And not the viable. Very viable because I be Kodorono. Omuluna passengers or Ghanaian, the economy, if Ghanaian with 10 years, gets which develop more. Then interconnectivity, dual carriage roads. It doesn't take, you see now, Soludo has started from Amaobe to Oga. Let's assume they are working together. Only Mwebido from Oga, Bandrai to Hana and Ndabia. Ndabia bideba to near to Obibo and rivers. Then cause they bideba. You see, the intentions, Buna Soludo, like he said, Professor Soludo, our governor, taking off from Amaobe to Owerri, gonna take not less than 1 hour, more than 1 hour. So, even now, we have plus even those who get in. Okay, boy, experts are in a judge, vendors, or what on as I told them. We experts are there in the Southeast, both in diaspora and here. So, but Kayarika was Enrique with the only Anambra, Monimo, Nobodo, who develops cities there. You bring them here to develop the Southeast. But you will not start asking Oboni, Anambra, Oboni. That takes us back. So it is a welcome development. Manom baby do implementation. I am how success it will be.
All right. If the governors, the 5 southeastern governors, Mel Derefa, who is in need or is necessary in where Southeast Development Commission. Because let us bring in Councillor.
I'm join any work book on one worker. The card is today. Yes, or them marine. Number 1, even though the governors of Southeast Fabiakata go down in me, or the rem and create Nakanagini cage in Epu. In any bush, Bidoga, Egafuna, also no project, Quesili Bido after the war. And that's in a case here, no be a Kena Puke. Obulona, Ijiri Makana go no governors na Biakaton and me. Then you deny yourself the central, benefit. Because Biko you watch, even on Makande North. Maybe experience the same thing. The only thing Ndibo, sorry, Ndibo na edi weave, Ndibo na catch weave na. You watch Yamba and make demonstration. Obulu na iva na suffer. Any other side is suffer. If we ban a boom mother, if we ban a boon uncle, if we ban a menka, oh ya na pata. You watch Yakitambe election, he handles. I bidoro the Kagasina. But you watch Yambe, the economy, they are biting one day mother. On the wood dimulunkeva, ndị ọzọ niile enweghị ike ịdị nwe ya ma bidozie tiwe ka ewu so ife nkịta fụrụ na-agbọ ewu afụghị eke mgbe gba nkịtị so ọ ya na-eme so but omeme anyị ịhapụ idesire why because ọ dị mma otu a federal gọọmenti iwọchi ya reason enyere eji wee scrap Niger Delta Ministry bụ na achọrọ ka enwezie regional development so that's one of the reasons so enwe South East Development Commission enwe South South Development Commission enwe nke anwe so anyị amaje deny onwe anyị si na anyị ga-emenwu ya then ihe ndị ọzọ na-ebenefit centrally anyị ahapụzi ya mba
abụrụ inwe kọmishọna ndị asị na abụrụ ikunye mmadụ ikunye enwe mmiri na onye natakwazie iko bịaka onye isi ịkọwa kịta ka unu si wee chịkọnata a kind of development commission na South East which our governor is heading and don't we question njoge say that thing chịkọnata ọ dịgo functional for implement begia one ọ bụrụ na an implement mana ada implement ya let's get to if anyị stand to gain from nke enyela anyị bụ South East Development Commission kedu ife bụ the objective
nke enyela anyị bụ additional onwe barrister kwuru ebe average Igbo man does not wait for mgbe mana dara because we don't know when it's coming average Igbo man prepares for ife ọ ga-eri ọda inye Igbo na-ewu obia na-agba mbọ nne ọ ga-eri echi na nke ọ ga-eri nwanne echi na nke ụmụ ya ga-eri ọ ya ka a na-akpọ ụfọdụ na-akpọ of ambition no they take care of generation unborn mana ndị anyị na ha gbara bụ nnụnụ o jevute ife ọ ga-eri agwọju ya oje na-akpọ chi ụtụtụ uwe echi o bidokwa ọ bụ nri ori ọ bụ nri ọchọba onye ọ na-ewere nke ya so this development commission like you said whether it has started I can nwere lacuna na ọ bụ na ịghọtara oge m kwuru okwu ibu na ibe lachara ofe evurukwu na Nijewara mgbe m na-agwa gị na the governors are not meeting kwari abụ ntị amọọla
kedu maka ifo
kwari abụ ntị amọọla
kedu maka ifo
ife nna jegwa gị bụ na level nlugo and service nlendagoto ndị Igbo I started from my hometown as a councillor, as a solo administrator, as a town union president of town union in Anambra State, Ohaneze state president, Ohaneze Asatu, and this and that, up to vice president. The problem we have in the South is, like I said, some of the governors believe that these 5 states with 7 states. There are certain things that is happening here that is not happening in Southwest. There was a time.
How do you mean? I believe 5 states have 7 states.
Because they are running differently.
Because 7 countries.
Yes, or like the country, not even a state. I won't know a state. I have no meeting point. What I'm trying to, there was a time when Anambra married to Abia, they ought to be a chief judge of a state. A waitress where Belsi. Now when Anambra na Abia, no they qualify.
Ekuzokwu nke bishop eweja na n'ise mba ise mgba
so but I'm bishop number nke enwekwe n'Enugu
no nya Anambra na o ma alu na
so let me tell you until like I said na the Southeast governors they meet me one family na abụ onye Abia who can develop the entire Southeast eje ya kpanate ya ebe o nwere ike a state in America nwere ike ka southern Nigeria or even Atlanta ka Nigeria niile. So if go there, if I'm not mistaken, 40 to 50% of those who are working for what America is using today is blacks. Even blacks, 25% out of it. I have taught, I represented the Ohanese in Europe for 6 years as the ambassador. I taught America did 50 states, they go 45. And they reach out to our professors and everything there. You find out their input. One of them or 2 of them bring, we continue to think of ethnicity, tribe.
Well, this is bad for us. This is bad.
Let me tell you, we don't tell ourselves na ibaloro. Onye na-ekwu nke ndị mmadụ million ekwukwe nke onwere onwe.
Hey.
So nke anyị na-eme onwe anyị, the worse than nke anyị na-eme. And because now, let me tell you, all the development did in our Southeast. In my village match, 3 transformers there. I spearheaded it, my poll, everything. Did they commission on the NEPA sort to whoever out? Abia commissioner, did they came to did they call with NEPA property? And when you make it local poll, only about the possible. I make things, I buy motor, farm of motor now, banana, or maybe a gem make only to in electricity today in the southeast. Or one a poll who budget. You just go poll, tomorrow, have you never go. Now the same thing, of source of their income. So this is the problems on Igbo. Nasi kama agane cho iwe, mbogabe, kianeme nkiageme. So we are on our own. There was a time I asked, I did a meeting south and southern, headed by Edwin Crack, Nabi and Abuja. My boss, Lady Wanyang, asked them, Gini Kandi Bomeruno Jepo has. A lady, a retired army officer from Benue. What's an Akwa on us? A Nigeria on us. We voted for your brother Peter, but they took it away from him. Now, if a Nigerian were against you, fear and envy. No, bomb on I am my no, if I in waiting no wine or Pukwaka would the envy Nigerians because of fear. Now, even in if you can do this on your own, and yes, in Nigeria. Panama na only bo, and we hear only na native year opponent that we born in Likon maybe.
All the man and you go maka Sobu Ironway as Ndibo and Southeasterners. Now, can you quote some of the issues I want to Southeast? One of them was insecurity due to the agitation of the likes of IPOB, the likes of MASOB, and many others, which has led to the loss of properties and businesses worth at least 50 billion every Monday in some part of the southeast in the Madadri Cholo, and then at least 1,000 persons have been killed and 1,000 kidnapped with millions paid in ransom. There are a situation of infrastructural deficit. One of the best heads or the best hands. Abia Amalifage, but I na fiye otine mena Abia. Na fokwaye Ogain Soludo Nemekwa Anambra and some other southeastern states. I know na erosion issues. I'm about so I know about 2,500 active erosion sites across the southeastern states. There are unemployment at about 28%. So I know if I give insecurity, infrastructural deficit, unemployment, and active erosion. NDDs, not NDDs, but Southeast Development Commission. How did they tackle these issues?
It's IPOB.
Yes.
Let me tell you, Bongo sequence, nothing good comes easy.
True.
This situation I passed. Americans in 17 something and they passed them before they stabilized. Umwaka manitele, believing now I want to do Kenya, they are preparing for their future. Utubasi Hota. At the beginning of IPOB, I always say I'm in Nigeria, anywhere I go. Because I am Oduto said, we are trying to recover from the war. And there was a time we called the Juku, now Hanese, when the order is also, okay, my son, Yagba, if it didn't be Biafra, I get with you, I get with you. He was so philosophical. He told us, he have quadrilla road from 9th mile, now what we will making here. Now, Kogaland and Madama. But at the same time, let nobody pray to witness civil war 2 times in his life. So we became cautious of the war again. Some of us who were about 12, 13 years during the war, at that age, cancer, in one family. They tremor, 46 kilometers, job and reserve, even my parents, my experience. Can I wish such to my children? I was so shrinked. But Oga Ajamil, the message Nnamdi Kanu sending to Nigerians and to us, or the prophetic, even in no game, Guam came so, and he waking us up. He waking Nigerians up. That's why Njibulo a party to now get released here unconditionally. So, I may lose. But only lose. Only have to Muhammad lose, I may lose. We are sharing the pains. Probably he's sharing where he is now. Lose every Monday. I know what is it. We have tried it, but he watch all the going mad. But the average Igbo man, the ones of the generation of their time, find out the man that is trying to serve them. He put fairness and justice. He was not talking about any other thing. If there's, like we ask him, if there's equity and fairness, look at 5 states. Different zones, region, 7, 6 states, 5. It be an appointment of commissioners, ministers. Only Kenya. But say I'm a senior minister, a wolf senior minister, a junior minister. So only certain things in Buhari made statement. That's one of those things that give credit to Nnamdi Kanu's agitation. Because of federal government, Melanoji rule to this level. Open a family address some of these issues. Nobody could have said that. Now, 5%. You are president of the country. You're not going to 5% to carry on a vote. Now, I'm in Nigeria. And I get 8 years ago. Tinubu said that I will continue where he stopped. And he continued where he stopped. So, agitation it's not true. Unless these issues are addressed. So, why have even men in a hard job, getting men a move? Federal government is even part of delaying progress in the Southeast. I must blame them. In a quote, so they're doing what they are doing. What will happen? All the parties that are involved will when there's development, the federal government will find a way of destroying those parties. What do you think? They never want Igbo man to come up.
But if this is the case,
thank you very much. That is where I want to come in. And exactly, in a inu dibu n'obi mbụ ka I buru ụzọ tụọ. Ọzọkwa m chọrọ ikwu bụ na onye ala kpọrọ unu ya ọkụ si ebe niile achapụ. You cannot be shooting yourself. Dịka o kwuru, sincerely speaking, from the time IPOB bidoro na ihe ndị ọzọ. You know, people have, but there was a time I said that IPOB is a blessing in disguise.
Of course.
Do you know, I am not regretting. I am not regretting it, sincerely speaking. Why? Do you know why Ejidu well na-enwetu little fear and respect for this side? Maka IPOB. Whether you believe it or not. But so ebe ọ na-ewute now, bụ na evils dị na the nation abịago mee anyị nwa na amụtazi ife adịbụghị na ndụ omenala ndị Igbo. Kedu asị na onye jiri nwanne ya anya si buo ọnụ na akpụ? Maka na igbu nwanne na anya si na agụụ na agụụ ụtụtụ ị ga-achọ ọ ga-enwelele mbọsị ozu suwe isi enika nwanne ana. Ọ ga-enwelele ihe ga-eme na ị ga-eji dị mma ị ga-eji niile. Kedu mbọsị ndị Igbo mụtaziri ị na-egbu onwe anyị? Kedu oke dịka ị na-ekwu maka development now agụ 1 agụba 2 ọ bụrụ na gọvanọ ndị ọ bụrụ na gọvanọ sai na ya bụ ebe o si ewute m ya bụ ebe o si ewute m iwọchi ya ndị ugwu Hausa ga-anọ na different political parties but any issue ga concern Pancha Erozo party
Ariwa will come in.
Ariwa will come in. They come in together, take a stand. Understand? Obrova kwa to Jonathan. Okwa no na party n'ime PDP. Form one new PDP. Where we put Jonathan because now then my former governor of Sokoto State, he will speak about Fanodu n'ime Jonathan, that one by Jonathan Mbokulu wepe because of Ariwa this thing. Now, in what China, here Zamfara nebu gold. Ebedi iche. Even this present government now, any policy are favorable to them because we believe any policy. Now, 16 years, I'm about university, this and that, all because of the weigh us down. And if you know Yaka, this president tactics, we put the minister for education. Then which Yakuya about them. Because so far, you may imagine to a minister gets to take such a decision without consulting your boss. If you go, they are championing their interest. Are you following me? The same thing, you watch here, most of get the other thing, the other decision federal government take in Bosia now. Leaving this Jimmy meetings, they favorable to the north. Then this scrapping of Niger Delta development, the south, they kick against it. But when you boga be unite you with Malo, this is for our interest. Politics are part. Political party no mean. Ogabo onye kulo temu tuwe. Onwe onye ga beze no bodai. Or even na ebundibo.
So can you funding, or rather how the other development commissions, they go down southeast, not southeast. Southeast got very recent. You look at the NDDC, you look at the Gedinugu, I think the Northeast Development Commission and all that. Let's look at the situation of misappropriation of funds. Now, these development commissions have been unable to accurately or properly manage the resources being given to them. Are we likely to see that now Southeast Development Commission?
Okay, because before it was Kanyim Bobatagudunda Julaju Zachazia, then you will take off from there. Let's see the street walk.
Southeast Development Commission, what I think, when I first learned about it, it was a good development. So I believe that they should key into what the Niger Delta is doing. That's the NDDC and the Northeastern Development Commission (NEDC). They should observe them, monitor their strengths and their loopholes, so that they will learn from them. And probably with time get their own commissioner for the Southeast Development Commission. I think those two things will help to learn from the NEDC and NDDC. I think that will help.
That's just the spirit of federal character. Before federal character is just to maintain what is other place in every state, so that even in recruitment, employment, I have to carry all the state along. So remember South is very good. It's tremendous. To help to develop Southeast in terms of infrastructure, road network, good hospitals, market, seaport, everything will be taken care of because there will be enough funds to implement all of it.
There is so many ways that the commission can be utilized. Building roads and the hospitals and the schools, there is so many ways, especially roads. Some certain road in the southeast is not movable, it's not motorable. There is gullies and many, disturbances and blockages that is disturbing the road. So if government can just address the road and construct or even maintain the road, at least it is one of the ways that the commission can be utilized.
Well, it is a welcome development if only it can be actualized. It is one thing to make a promise, then it is another thing to actualize it. If you look at the reasons why it was initiated, will the federal government be able? Can federal government actually work on it. It's not all about making promises. Many promises have been made. At the end of the day, nothing was done about it. So if they can actually utilize it, and there are many things to be done for it to be actualized. Okay, I think we need the people's cooperation. And if you look at it, it is not every member of the Southeastern that actually welcome this development, because they saw it as another way of the federal government trying to maybe sideline them or get them calm so that they will stop agitating. If you look at it now, the issue of this in Biafra is still there. So I think federal government is looking for a way to calm the people down, to ensure that the people are feel among. Because the people from the southeast, they assume that they are not being carried along, that what the government, other regions are benefiting from, that them they don't have that, because they see them as let me say minority. Of course, we are not minority, but the fact that we have the disadvantage of not having the opportunity to partake or to lead the country actually is affecting the people, and the federal government is trying to to let the people know that we are actually part of the Nigerian government. So if they can actualize it, they need the cooperation of the state government, they need the cooperation of the people. So they have to persuade people, let people see the idea, see the reason, see the if this thing can be actualized, the importance of it, then the advantages of it. Okay, before now we had the Niger Delta Development Commission, and we could see what they achieved. Many of them were being taken overseas for education and other benefits. So if they can, actually do the same thing here in the Southeast, it will be a welcome development.
Back. It is the Good Morning Anambra, and we are looking southeast, looking at the Southeast Development Commission pathway to the region for economic development. And I can walk one day in a fan at Biano Toto Chief Damian Okeko Gene, National Vice President of Hanez and Dibo worldwide, and the Simon Wan for Ezo, former Esquire Public Affairs Analyst and the legal practitioner. On the Akaina fan of this morning when it's in your no kua. Na agbawono if a whole lot of things apụtago n'ebe anyị na-ekwu okwu a mana anyị ada agbala okwu ọsọ, we must continue. Daalụnụ. Yes, before anyị weje break, Okeke Ogene, o nwere question ajụrụ gị. Yes.
Ndị Igbo si na a ga-ejide anụ egbe n'aka bịa kajuo ma nwaanyị ọ ga-eri. Ka anyị bugodu the Southeast Development Corporation opening office, enwenu budget, enwe ego na-enyefe. But if we venture in the whole Nigeria, the body too dormant. We need activists. I tell you, why people don't speak out is because they are looking for appointment from the government. Their business is connected from the government. That is, it is not easy for you to be eating within the government or doing businesses that affect government and you criticize government. This part of the world, because I had not developed. Some of us who speak, you may not know, but I'll say it publicly. I'm very, very well known within the state since the creation of Anambra State. I have been participating in everything. But I tell you, I have never done a job of 1 naira since creation of Anambra State in Anambra State government.
That's why we are still talking.
So, because both EFCC, both in Akbolo you cannot arrest me for that. I need the Linde Mado. If you know Jume with a gamma against you, indeed when I did too busy, no back sample, no the government. So average cannot more. Manandia Mausa Mayoruba, they would go now fondo, care with information. No able man looks for information. Obodonan for forever now, they also give views on that before they have their radio, communication information. Oluoge news in ABS, only Anambra 18 or Sadobe. Black African magic. Or changes and in there, it's not true. Information is power. In case until I have my father, my bishop, my pastor, seeing them organizing themselves, not purposely for what they will eat, but to cater for the masses, by now asking for questions, organizing watch here, all the demonstration or protests in this country. Now started from Yoruba also. I join. Sometimes I not join in even man.
Sometimes I escape.
So any in the Ghana, you watch here na Niger Delta. They continue to no nya with the chairman as Niger Development Commission, no economic. At the end, the material elements of this. So we need our people to say, even organize people. One person talking about it, only on a kumakene and size, I put on where you mono, one get clear. Oziendu woji mondu watcher, Pejamavuri. Omunye no muya just off there. Our people, that's why bear. Go up to 1 million. So, I know you must know that. Mano unuluna Anambra. I'm chilling some
who advise don't get into trouble.
So, ije people 1 million naira bear. Makagini, Ijido Anambra, or they call on a sale one day, we maybe. But in Among will find out, no one will around a sale of Ronilo Etilia. Obelebi akamwetiri ogwoke onwanweba onye nwuna sell money va akwurugwe abureje tu. So people became very, very cautious and not to egwu e mana oburu onye Yoruba igbu onye a echi odokwa ai na say Yoruba coward. How coward physically, but they are more advanced than us intelligently, more especially communication. They have information. If they don't have information, we can remember saying that going there with Anambra and a suru de reach. So even Ghanaian, the gullible people will be following me. More than me, my suru do Manambro Jew, Moana, Guru China, go even motor. So this is the areas. Like, let me tell you, we must be open. Over in outside the Anambra State. Professor Serudo will govern. All these developmental projects, are more buyer. But we now, the people that is doing nothing is more popular than those who is doing something for Igbo man. Everybody needs ego na enyere ndị mmadụ aka. The next thing onye nwe ka ọ ha ga-ekwu, unu nakwa eje anara ibe eri, na ọkwa akara aka unu ka ọ na-anara. Na ego ọbara. Na ego ọbara. Ebe ka ịnọ onye ahụ ogburu onye ogburu. Onye ji ata ya bụ ma onye ji abọ ya ụgwọ ebe onye ogburu, God knows. Etu amụ na gị na-abụ na enwere ike bụ na egbure mmadụ ịtọ wee bịa ebe atata. Mana ha na-akpa nkata. Because in a and they have God, I must pay for it. Nobody escape from any sin. Whether me play in a Bible or never is there.
Offers are the sin of blood.
All right, quickly, let's also look at the funding for Southeast Development Commission. There's been issue about, because they were actually debating a few days ago in the Senate. Now say that now they can take about 15% of the allocation of the states to fund the Southeast Development Commission, not just the Southeast Development Commission, but other commissions.
All the commissions.
But it has been going up and down. The legislators saying no, some saying yes. So what's your take about that? Taking 15% of allocations meant for states to fund the various development commissions across the country.
Then ijiji matakri we buri away. So then what's the essence? And they, we are that is the problem with the country. Like when we are discussing, now so I catch the Southeast governors. Why should the white man is very clever. He put a knife on the thing that held us together, and we are falling apart. When the enemy is now when you don't unite, they can, my friend, they could. Now, they can move mountain. So even politically, if I gonna plant, they destabilize it. Part is we are together. Then back to your question. Can we open Nigeria with sincerity? This is an opportunity to balance the equation. How do I mean? Imana even this minimum wage, many people many states because now they go form one national form the lion's share of the allocation of the nation this is by the federal government, which not even the Niger Delta can benefit. You watch all these states like Lagos, Lagos they want generate, but the rivers, Bayelsa, the offer one day they look to allocation Delta. They never from Niger Delta this thing. Now, and now chop to federal government to see when you more allocation to the state. Actually, this is Niger Delta Development Commission, na regions. You will lose the opportunity. See about Otu Akita with them a subsidy. Ebido will never fund the way develop where every area or get less at the agitation. I'll get create employment. But if you are a state, you go for days workers. If you are a well, go. Where's the Development Commission? I got come money create here.
I can aganiru I na challenges anyị nwere ike inwe maka this commission enye lawful and apart from that o nwere ife ikwu maka njikọta ndị South East ma like ka itinye ọnụ na ofuma ọ bụrụ na ndị governors anyị nwere 5 state governors maybe because na fan on different political parties. Maybe they are coming from different backgrounds of we met in this place and you are not nice to me, so again come again now. Or na unubundi mai, bolonda Anambra, or the kind of thing. Obuna hang with some of these things to be fair na separate. Or na found with different godfathers that are not working together. There are a whole lot of things that might be happening that we don't know. Now the only hope ndi bo mwezeketa abo ndi ohaneze. Iyotago. Because no one is under Ohaneze, even though na fabo state governors in charge of their states. Manahan Chalina no under Ohaneze because under Ohaneze jiko the whole Southeast. Kedi fu nu neme to make sure na if you can one that you bring them together, 2 that they listen to you and take instructions on how we are going to develop the Southeast and get a better deal. Yotago, come Sigureba.
Well, Ohaneze is very, very much handicapped. Average Igbo man, I don't like to share power with anybody. Culturally and otherwise, Ohaneze is the leader. But to Juju Wanga Juju Mumajo can suffer never today. Because of that disrespect. If Ohaneze is military wave, during the time of Nyamudo and the Wanyangu, who radicals on their own. Nyamudo a radical. Then Wanyangu a way to do. I was in a meeting in Abuja. He told the sitting governor, Corner Challenger, well, said, look, young man, sit down. I'm talking. I'm the leader of the Igbos. I said, but I'm the governor. I said, governor where? When I was riding my 2 private jets, you are not in the primary school then. It's only somebody like Iwanya who have courage to tell a sitting governor like that. Otherwise, this
is the language an Igbo man understands.
Otherwise, he will be arrested. His orderly will arrest the president of Ohaneze, who is not capable immediately there. But he told him off. What is it? They never want a strong Ohaneze. Because they are fear. And we are very cautious and careful. Sometimes we look like Nwogu, neighbor state governors, because you can't have 2 guys in one, 2 captains in one ship. If they call you IPOB person, not give one non-government, immediately or call the commissioner of police, or they say you'll be arrested. No Igbo man will come to ask where is Ohaneze president. Where is Ohaneze leader? Okay. Nobody will come to ask you. As I'm talking to you today, if I'm arrested, no prominent person will come in. I say a few people, Ohaneze, how many people are capable of taking care of themselves? I told you I represented them 6 years in Europe. I pay my flight ticket going and coming back and my hospital bill, my hotel bills.
You don't have accounts? There's no money in your account?
Let me tell you. Because when is the finance? The governors of the during P2B also, as chairman of such government, we agree in a governors Ghana and 1 million naira a month. Okay, when I go office name and $10, check 1 million, 5 million. Only 2 or 3 states now. Anambra, Abia, Emecha, Unya, Kwetekuwa, Samimo, Ebony. Sometime now, about 4 or 3 states are owing for years. Abia for 6-7 years. But I'm coming. So, if you president of Fohanese, on a day, you mother go ticket or get personal people. And the one where only wear. I one natural travel overseas. What's the big okay game? A day or your tande mother go to go away to do man. Also, Naga put 14 million for next year. Naga but on a plane. Upon those on a first class and then the president of for Igbo leader gone on the economy. Yana Mweba. That you have to go extra mile to get money to pay and travel out. If you walk into any governor's office or anybody office, it's only in Anambra. I must give it to Anambra people. We are different from other states as far as Ohanese function is concerned. And then we the same way. Then we had been here, at least, under Uliobiano, the government of Anambra State, at least recognized Ohanese and they put us in the state protocol. And the Professor Serudo come and queued up there. So all these things is encouragement. Then once in a while, you can reach out to them to discuss the issues. Sometimes not, but centrally, if the governors are meeting, during P2B as the chairman and governor of Southeast, we do go to them and meet them. But since for some time now, Ohanese has no place to meet. And you go to West, Afanifere, from there, over time, they have a do work group of companies that give percentage to Yoruba cultural organization. So even the states, all your yearly budget, they have account. Whether in a party A or party B, they still pay their money to.
Guess
what they want to.
Only see.
We are handicapped financially.
For want of time,
ask you what is Ohanese?
Kedify game for want of time. Kedify and I game.
The Igbos realize, and if governments are not funding Ohanese the way it's supposed to, individuals, you can see an Igbo man, he go to North and donate 50 million, 100 million. But if you are asking him, I think he has sitting down, what they are talking. Man, when they enter trouble, but this multi-millionaire, when they enter trouble, they show Ohanese speak.
No, now they may boom one.
When they fail for appointment, they call Ohanese. What up? But nobody asks, Kemu to Ndajeba. Only but I be saying at time because of that, for you to zig in the motto of University of Nigeria is to restore the dignity of man. For us to restore our integrity, we decided to avoid them. To ask anybody, any Igbo man from assistance.
Or avoidance.
If only man or game memo here, you became. I don't want to become a beggar before Igbo man because to serve them. I'm 20-something years in Ohanese. And God bless me and bless my family. But sometimes people outside they say, they really know Ohanese of Runa. I'm not today. Every week, my day with the threat of life 2 or 3 times. Okay, we are coming to kill you. You are Ohanese person. They hold him and the canoe, they never release him. Buy coffin and wait for us. Yeah, I'm federal government. Only one or half of here is didn't want to no half of the That is backwardness.
Oh, because one sentence before.
That is what I was saying before. Now, oh yeah, mmadụ Igbo onwe ya egbe n'okwu. Onye atara n'okwu ijezie weta cancer tinye because na onye na-ata ikpe iwe gbucho. Na iji za ajụjụ ịjụ. Ọ dị nka ihe ọ dị mkpa bụ anyị nwe ịhụnanya for our culture, our nation bụ Igbo nation. Both the rich and the poor. And then achi. If we don't develop, otu akita onwere ife ga-eme ka ndị create na mba onye Igbo. Dịka iwe ọcha mbụ ọ na-ekwu because how Ohanese person, even though na put ama from Nyanwodo, well ndị niile iwu anyanwụ ama m ndị vibrant leaders anyị na-aga meeting ọha na eze even mgbe mba dere a na-achị Anambra steeti and mgbe ifụkwanụ ndị bụ square head ndị bụ square peg like nwanne m nwoke ana ịma ọma Muhammad but thank God this is an opportunity for us to report. I've been hearing about
on my table.
No, what I'm saying is that I thank God for like now. But one by one, only bido on a wooden nobi. Otu Yoruba si love beba. Otu Hausa si love beba. Igbo chuku gosila in different areas. We don't love ourselves like that.
Odemma, I kwesịrị ka anyị love onwe biko ka anyị fụ na onwe anyị na ya maka ife a ekwula ebe a na-asụ ka mma n'obi. Anyị ma na anyị bụ ndị na-aga ime anya debe aka otu a. Ịghọtago otu akachi anyị si ka anya bụrụkwa ịghọtago ọ bụrụkwa arrogance, it is pride, is in the system. Ọ ihe ji wee mụọ anyị so anyị no apologies for that, but then the fact remains that na izikwo na ihe na-atọ ụtọ ikwu ihe ọ na-atọ ka ya ịghọtagidebe aka otu a na izulu onwe gị na-eme ife anyị aga apụta mba ịpụta ịmalụ na ezulu onwe gị ka ife bụ na ama afọ ndị ọha na eze ka anyị rapụgodi ebe a biko daalụ nọ anyị achịkọtago maka anyị nwere ozi oge biko ife anyị nebala anya bụ the South East Development Commission pathway to region and economic development and ndị bịa nọnyela anya iwe nenye anya bụ Chief Damian Okeke Ogene, a very big resource person, and he's the National Vice President Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. Isi Diklidi, I got it. Isi Diklidi. MSI poor you tell us what that means. Dalo, I na kenegi kisi biano yelaita.
Thank you.
You want to nukwaza da kotagi no bele mide.
No, I'm always available for Ndibo and for myself too.
Odemma. Dalo.
Ndiba umunem kodun.
Odemma. Oyo zobo Simon wa for Ezo forma. Obe legal practitioner. Bukwalo ndi nenyela anya kane yukupute kifese batapula eba. Is almost a member of this family. I na kenegi kisi biala anyị.
Ndị Igbo na ndị Anambra na ndị niile kwuru anyị na kenonu na-asị ume ebere ka Development Commission a bụrụ ihe ga-enye aka mekwuo ka South East chawapụ.
Ọ dị mma. Daalụ. Afa m bụ Ijeọma Uche nwa afọ Anambra.
Afa m bụ Obinna Ikechukwu ka ọ dị.
Ọ dị mma. Anyị na unu ga-anọlikwa ọzọ echi ma unu kwado tọpụta n'oge.
Thank you.